Warning: this video contains adult language and adult content and is intended for mature audiences only. If you are easily offended by anything, I suggest you stop watching now. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Hello everybody, this is the True Zankoku bringing you another anime series review. This time I am reviewing an anime series that has been requested often in my comment sections of my other reviews, and that series is Kiss X Sis. Yeah man, try saying that 5 times fast. Anyways, at its heart, Kiss X Sis is your standard harem anime, complete with the fetish rainbow of love interests. The main plot revolves around Keita Suminoe, a student that is in his final year at his current school, studying hard to pass the entrance exams for the school of his choice. While this is the main plot thread throughout the series, we are also given the typical slice-of-life events found in most series like this. From going to a summer festival, complete with kimonos and fireworks, to getting a cold and shopping at Akiba, the old standards are all represented here. Although there are no Christmas or school festival episodes. Well, I guess they probably needed something for the OVAs. Which, for the record, people, I have not yet seen, so don't bitch about them in the comment section, please. Fucking YouTube. Anyways, I have to say that all in all, the plot of this series is nothing special and really has that been there, done that feel, and is quite mediocre. But let's move on to the harem. Well, it's made up the usual fetish monsters. First you have Mikazuki, Keita's underclassman, who is the pigtailed loli character in this series. She is energetic, outgoing, and isn't shy about her affinity for Keita. Although she is the youngest character, she is more mature than her age would indicate, especially compared to her older sister. Next we have Miharu, the shy, big-breasted, glasses-wearing girl who also has some serious bladder control issues. Although she doesn't seem to be interested in Keita at first, she constantly finds herself in awkward and oftentimes perverted situations with Keita. As time progresses, she appears to warm up to him. Continuing on, we have Yuzuki, Mikazuki's older sister. She is a high school teacher and closet otaku. She is totally into cosplay and eroge. That's erotic games, if you don't know. Anyways, and has a soft spot for samurai dramas, as she is always asking herself what her favorite samurai character would do in certain situations. Or at least for some advice. Hilarity sometimes ensues. She is definitely the ditzy, virginal older woman character in the harem. Finally, we have Ako and Riko, twin sisters, twin sisters, that attend the high school that Keita wants to attend. Ako is smart and dependable and has a knack for cooking, while Riko is more of a free spirit and is often playing catch-up to Ako when it comes to advancing her relationship with Keita. The two are the most bold when it comes to their intentions towards Keita, adversarial at times, but sometimes act cooperatively when the need arises. So what separates this series from the countless others that are practically using the same formula? Well, Ako and Riko are Keita's older sisters. And once again, Japan, it's all aboard the incest train. Or is it? While most of the comedy in the first part of this series is based on the unscrupulous efforts of the two sisters to molest Keita and Keita's subsequent efforts to resist them, as well as the other characters in this series' shock, disapproval, encouragement, and/or jealousy of this situation, the problem is that soon we find out, like the second or third episode actually, quite early on, is that they're not blood related, only step-siblings. This fact, combined with the eventuality of Keita no longer putting up much of a fight, kills a lot of the comedic tension and seems a little cowardly. I mean, come on, it's like they wanted to be all edgy and push the envelope by making this an incest anime, but then backing off, possibly afraid of any negative reactions towards such a theme. So after letting the cat out of the bag, the series only has one option left to distinguish itself, and that is to put the characters in the most absurdly inappropriate situations they can come up with. And my god, do they try. This includes Ako using her body as a teaching aid, Riko putting chocolate on her lips to encourage some hardcore face-sucking with Keita, Miharu getting constantly molested, peeing in front of and on Keita, Yuzuki masturbating while wearing Keita's sweating PE clothing, PE, physical education for you, I don't know, anyone who doesn't know, but anyways, frequent heavy petting, clothes-on masturbation, perverted thought sequences involving Ako, Riko, and Keita, and probably the most ridiculous cold-busting remedy ever conceived by a depraved individual. Yes, that is Ako and Riko licking the sweat off of Keita's body. Yeah, who even thinks of that? I mean, come on, like... Seriously, what goes through your head? It's like, my God, he's got a cold. He's all sweaty from the fever. How can we help him in this situation? He could lick the sweat off of his body. Brilliant, man. Brilliant. Oh, my God. Anyways, all of these pushing the line of good taste and inching it ever closer to the full-blown hentai status. However, once again, the show chooses to try to keep it as PG-13 as possible. Not counting some ass shots, this series has no nudity. Zero. Nada. In fact, the series employs the ever-so-popular strategic nipple obscuring technique, as well as giving their female characters the all-too-common invisible nipple syndrome. Yeah, I've just seen that way too much. Now I know the lack of nudity is not a deal breaker by any means, but in a series like this, it seems odd not to show any. I mean, it's like they were fighting to keep this show from being thrown into the adult section. We'll let you have them be brother and sister, but only if they're not blood related. And, we'll let you keep the sweat licking and foot jobs as long as you don't show any nipples, because God knows, nipples are horrible. I mean, come on, is this softcore porn for 12-year-olds? Wait a minute. I mean, this is Japan, after all. It's quite possible. Well, anyways, all this aside, the series isn't really anything that special. The plot is mediocre and way too similar to the drones of other school-based animes that are out there, and the characters are not that deeply developed and are quite derivative. The series actually needs the outrageously lewd and perverted moments just to keep the audiences interested. And the series needs to push the envelope, but often feels like it isn't going far enough to be truly memorable. And that's kind of shocking because it really does, push the envelope. I mean, if your goal is to shock, then shock. Don't go halfway and still expect it to have the same impact, especially given the other similar animes out there. I'm looking at you, Aki Sora. I mean, that's a high fucking bar, if you know what I mean. Anyways, they either should have focused more on the comedy or gone further with the H-iness of the series. Maybe if there were more episodes, it could have fleshed out the plot more or had some better character development, because God knows it really needed it. Maybe the OVAs are better, but for now, all I am left with is a really average series. Not bad, but definitely not great. A disappointing 2.5 out of 5. Ah, man. Seriously, what do you want to do with this series, man? It's like we're bold, but, go too far. Alright. Well, if you like this review, check out my channel, see some other reviews out there, maybe subscribe, I don't know why, that's all shit anyways. But if you do, whatever. Anyways,